This is INMF.
Okay. That's.
Okay. Hold on 1 second before you start up.
I can stop it. I started.
No, I gotta go run some water across my hand. I just changed this
We
motherfucking
got you.
tobacco filter, and I'm sorry, this shit started burning, get me high.
Oh, when you get back, I got a story about that bullshit.
Start it up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, you are baby. Well, this nigga, yeah. Let me play a little bit of this God of War. Now, if I fail, if I succeed, you can't take away my dignity.
Are you really singing to yourself on this motherfucker, Jack?
I'll do it. The greatest love of all is inside of me. Yeah.
Gooch.
Mm-hmm. Ready?
Yeah. Just so you know, I'm gonna take a screenshot of how you were looking playing
Okay.
that game right there.
Because I think I probably have on the kid for you.
That's exactly how you were looking. And you looking left and right with the shit. It's pretty fucking bugged up. It's like that old Chuck E. Cheese when they be on there.
I almost spit my drink. Nigga, you're talking about the animatronics, nigga. Chuck E. Cheese, nigga. Nigga, that shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, oh my God. Oh my God. You done trigger some nostalgia, my nigga. Before we get deeper. Hello, Captain.
Stop fiddling that mic,
You said
too,
stop
nigga.
spitting in the mic?
Yeah. Well, fiddling it. You can hear it sound like you beatboxing on that bit.
Well, if it's in a constellation, the mic that you hear is the mic that everyone else hears. For some reason, like you hear this mic on this lanyard, but the mic, I know that mic sounds like shit, but I can't mute it to where you don't hear it. I can mute it to where they don't hear it. So like I'm using I use a snowball mic. Let me see if I can put it over here not to be weird. That's the mic that I talk into when I broadcast.
Oh, so you got the funny Geneva watch with the Ferrari kit for your boy.
And I mute that.
But you around here got the
but you still
for the folk
because I'm using this through the other program. So my bad, man. I can.
No, you go to.
I need to get just a pair of earbuds, but do they even make them anymore? You know what I'm saying? So.
I thought about it, but I really don't find enough use for headphones like that.
I think there's always a use for headphones. Anyway.
Like I just now reached that age to now I talk on speakerphone, so I don't hold the phone up to my ear no more.
Can't hear good, huh?
Nah, I've always like that. The whole physical action of holding the phone up to your ear has always been uncomfortable to me.
I will.
Like it seems more procedural than anything. I'm not a person of
Mm-hmm.
procedure, right? Yeah, like sometimes I don't pull my pants down when I have sex. I just would open up my
Like a
zipper.
hot damn Viking.
Fuck you, man.
Just say it. I'm just saying. You,
Well,
you,
I'm saying it so you meaning you don't got to be naked every
you,
time you have
you,
sex.
you,
You know
you
what I'm
ain't
saying?
happy till you stay in the outside of your pants, huh? That's what does it for you, huh?
Oh, when I was young, I don't know if coochie was juicier when I was young, but like you had coochie juice on the shoe.
You said
Or
these
either she
days.
could have had a yeast
You
infection.
never
I was
know.
too
You
young
never
to
know
know
these
the
days.
shit.
I mean, then, but I there was a time, right? There was a time. That, that was a time.
Yeah, yeah. That was some juicy fruit. It
Yeah,
could have just been some
it's
juicy
more than
fruit.
likely what it was. Cause there was a time where like you ride home in the black basketball shorts. You were like, yeah, we should have took them off. Should have took them off.
Yeah, it's a shower type of night. Just can't watch up on this one. It's a whole shower. Got to go full money.
Man, Chuck E. Cheese was a more simpler time, man. Remember that? Like, remember you ever like? I know you dated women with kids. You ain't never been on Chuck E. Cheese party.
Yeah,
It's like you don't appreciate it. Like you go to a Chuck E. Cheese now, I don't even know if they have the animatronics anymore, like the show.
it's been about
Do they
4
still
years
have the
since I went.
animatronics there?
Not like actually, yeah,
Or they
yeah,
just have
yeah,
some
yeah.
nigga
They did. Oh
just a
shit.
Chucky,
Yeah, they did.
Chuck E. Cheese running around that bitch.
Not, he had the full
Okay,
band up there,
okay,
and it's still
yeah,
weird as fuck.
I imagine it is.
Yeah, oh, weird as the motherfucker, Jack. Like you just see,
Big ass eye.
like, yeah, damn, Chuck, Chuck
Man,
higher than a
it would be
bitch.
a time where like we drive past that hole would be worn down, and grandkids and be like, "What was that?" And like, man, so it used to be we used to eat pizza in restaurants. Like I know it's crazy to think that now, but there'd be a time where you would have a birthday party at a pizza restaurant, and they had these robots that would put on a show. They would put on a show like slaves. No, not like slaves. It's just they were robots. I mean, it's not like they had souls. Not like they do these days with you niggas and all your new rules and shit. Everybody got feelings these days. Anyway, when when we were young, the robots didn't have feelings. They were fucking robots. Yeah, ain't a hoe too strong for you, man. A little bit.
Yeah, that motherfucker that just
That's
kicked me
how
in the
it go, man.
motherfucking lip.
That's how it go.
And I recently over the course of the last few weeks, man, I went out. Might as well do, and I bought this lotion here for
That
$12.
young
Right?
can too.
Yeah, this shit here, nigga, turned my face into a chemical war zone. For real, nigga. I was in this bitch looking like Red Skull, nigga.
Shut the
For
fuck
real,
up.
Jack. That shit fucked my
Shut the
face up.
fuck up.
Nigga, I ain't
Motherfucker,
bullshitting you,
get that
nigga.
shit out
Shit,
of
nigga,
me.
my face was on
So you
fire.
see.
Nigga, I'm serious. Nigga, I couldn't, nigga, I could barely brush my teeth. And the shit, I thought it was good lotion, so I was rubbing it into my lips and shit like that, nigga. Every piece of skin on my face has come off in the last 2 weeks.
That shit had your
For
ass
real,
sweating.
dude. I
That's
had
their
to
secret. They burn the beauty onto you and shit.
I had to go get this shit in order to fix to
I've
to
seen
try
that
to
before.
redeem myself. But yeah, but that shit that burn worse. Like nigga, I don't know if it's
No,
hurting or
I
or,
think at that point
or
I
helping
think
me.
at that point it's a chemical reaction. That Cerave or whatever that is.
Yeah,
I think I used that on something, a burn or a scrape or some shit, and it soothed it. I don't think I ever put it on my face. I don't know.
Nah, nigga, I put that shit on, nigga. That shit, they was like reigniting the fire again. Like when you barbecuing and the coals go down and you leave the lid open for a minute, then them bitches light back up. That's how my face was.
When I was younger, there was a point for about 4 years. I was real heavy into like skin treatment, in particular facial skin treatment. So I had a regimen, dog. I actually had some Noxzema. I would like on Friday nights when I got off of work, I would wipe my face down with like fucking alcohol.
Astringent.
No.
I'm saying astringent.
It was straight Noxzema. But I wipe it down with alcohol and then make like a Noxzema mask and wear that shit, nigga, for about 2 hours. Then go get in the shower. It was so weird.
No, I did the same thing. I used to go to Walmart, get the Walmart dollar mask and put them on.
Do you see the nigga with a beauty mask on, smoking a square? Smoking a square. Nigga in the hood like, what's up, nigga? Niggas be like, shit, what's up?
That was nigga shit. All I need was a bonnet and some rollers in my head, nigga. I look like somebody's mama.
That's what I'm saying, man.
For real, what the fuck y'all want? Yeah, there's some wild times out here, man. Oh, something of which has been on my mind, right? Now we've discussed music several times, but I don't think that we've had deep dives into discussions. So what I wanted to do is I started to write. I don't know if you know. Recently, they came out with the top. Everybody's coming out with their top 15 best hip hop groups of all time, right? And as you would know, anytime you do a top 15, you get the most regional bias in the world, right? Like niggas don't even be having UGK and motherfucking and 8 Ball and MJG on their top 10 for that matter.
Yeah. Yeah, niggas want to always bring like backpack rappers out of their ass, like niggas that they didn't really listen to, but it sound cool to say that you do listen to them niggas.
Yeah, like saying Common's are one of the top 10 best rapper of all time. Nigga, fuck you.
Pharaoh Monch.
Yeah, that crazy shit. Though. Be like that nigga. That give me a headache when I listen to him. Get off, I
like the nigga, but like when niggas be like, yo, who's
that nigga talk like a He-Man villain, G.
Eric Sermon. When niggas be like Eric Sermon was in their top 10, or like Razcast. I'm sorry,
that part.
You were saying no. I'm sorry.
I'm with you 100%. I stopped you when you start bullshit.
I hate to hear Razcast in niggas top 10. Yo, who's your top? Razcast, definitely Razcast, my nigga. Like he's dope, but are you serious right now? All right.
Small reach. It's a small reach. But what I wanted to do and what I started to do was I started to develop a criteria in order to rank these niggas to eliminate the bullshit list.
What you mean?
Okay. Basically, in order to be recognized as a top 10 hip hop group of all time, you have to pass certain metrics and parameters, right? Okay. Metric number 1, you got to have at least 3 albums, right? Mm-hmm. Because if you don't have 3 albums, you can say you couldn't argue somebody saying Drake and Future together was the best group album of all time. Or the Fugees had the best group album of all time. They only got 1 fucking album.
Yes. Okay, that's fair.
You know, so with 3 presents a case for longevity, right?
That's fair.
Okay, 2. In order to be a great group, you have to have cultural impact, right? Your sound has to have cultural impact. Okay. So like we can say if somebody was to say Camp Low, who dropped Uptown Friday, Saturday
This is
Night,
it.
and Lucchini,
Yeah,
dun,
I'm
dun,
sorry. I love that song.
it was
I
jamming. It was
don't know
jamming.
anything past that album. Like they only dropped that one album, right? Okay.
Yeah,
But that song is
yeah.
so fucking
But
fire.
if this is it, what?
I'm gonna listen to it when
Yeah,
you're done.
yeah,
That's my
yeah.
shit. Them niggas was
Boy,
rocking that.
here we is, boy. Here we is, boy. When the dirty boy drop, better hit the flow, hit the flow, hit the flow, hit the flow. That was my shit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I digress. But yeah, the reason why it has to have cultural, you have to hit the 3 album criteria and be culturally relevant, is because they got to sample your shit today. They got to use your shit today. So a group like Camp Low, they wouldn't qualify because they were culturally relevant, but they don't have the 3 album criteria.
Just killing it.
But you see how now you can start to identify and eliminate people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have killed
Okay. Secondly, another criteria, the sums of the group can't be bigger than the group.
What do you mean?
Okay, let's take this is gonna fuck you up. Let's take the Locks for example. The Locks have 0 classic albums. Mm.
Mm.
But then you look at Jadakiss track record. Jada solo albums has classic albums. Styles has classic solo albums. Chic has classic solo albums.
But together,
They do not have a
not
classic.
even anything that they did with Rough Rider. I mean, I'm not. I'm admittedly not the biggest Locks. Like when I think of the Rough Rider Locks, I think of that Wild Out. But I don't know if that was the entire group or what. Okay.
Yeah,
The
that
whole
was a
that
group.
did
That was a
Wild
group.
Out. And I never did listen to that album.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that's rough. I mean, I ain't got no trouble to agree. I don't have enough information to disagree. So I guess that's a good example.
But
That's pretty sound criteria to establish to be the gatekeepers in this group discussion. But that's for group. Do you have something like? And I don't mean to jump ahead. Do you have something along the lines for like solo artists as well, or you just got as far as like groups? Because those
the group, because the criteria would have to change,
Yeah.
right? Like, let's say the sum of parts being different,
Yeah.
that'll be totally eliminated because
Yeah.
it's a solo
Ooh.
thing.
Damn,
You
that's
understand
rough.
what I'm saying?
But a nigga could always argue the solo artists in the group on the solo side of it. Damn, that kills Locks. And I never thought about it until you said it. Like their solo, we always recognize them as a group. That we discount how then you have the group and then you have the members of the group doing solo shit. Because it's not like they was like, it's not like you got like it's not like G Unit where you recognize G Unit as a group, but it got murky because it's also a label. So it was never 50 Cent. It was never G Unit. It was always 50 Cent and G Unit. It's never Jadakiss and the Locks. It's always the Locks. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. And that's exactly was my train of thought. That, I went back and I looked and I like, damn, the Locks got like 5 albums, but none of these albums was really popping. But then I go to Jada solo shit, man, that shit was popping. I go to motherfucking Styles P solo shit, it's popping. Chic with Carl Thomas was popping. But a lot of their shit was guest features and so forth.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So with that in mind, I decided to use that as criteria. 4, you have to have at least a gold album.
That's unfair. That's unfair.
Huh? You got to have a standard. You can have the greatest album known to man, but if nobody listen to the shit,
whatever niggas listen to it and didn't buy. What are there artists that exist? And I don't mean to. I'm not doing this to pick apart your shit by any means. And I don't want to.
No, but that's why I'm bringing it to
I
the
don't want to
table.
draw out a discussion. But are there artists where we know there's artists that exist that are good, well known artists, and they haven't Papoose. Now I'm using him as a single artist, but there's artists that have received that kind of accolade without the sales to back it.
No, not a good
You don't
example.
like Papoose?
I think Papoose is talented, but name me a single of Papoose that you can listen to more than once and it still be
The
dope.
ABC song where he was rapping back. I don't know the name of the song.
Yeah, but after you heard it the first time, it's like,
well,
okay.
My nigga, now you just being mean. You can still run that hoe. It's still going.
No, I'm saying, but he doesn't make classic music.
Well, how many albums did Black Star have?
I think 3 or 4.
Okay. Did any of them ever go gold?
I believe they may have.
That's a good argument. I don't know. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. Cause
yeah, but see, Black Star is that's one of them. Black Star, they never had the commercial success.
Yeah.
And even though, don't get me wrong, I think Mos Def is one of the greatest MCs ever, but I hate Talib Kweli.
Oh man, now you just been there's bias here being introduced.
Well, I hate his music. I listen. I am a proponent of one thing when it comes to my music, right?
Okay, what's that?
Like Talib Kweli music is equivalent to a nigga who pick up the New York Times and does a book report about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I need to hear. I need to hear what I listen to for music. I look for the comp, right? Something I can compare it to, right? Like it's difference between telling me of a struggle and telling me your struggle.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Like I want to hear about you. I don't want to hear about what happening. Today's kids out here on the streets running around the hood with no food to eat. Man, no, I don't want to hear that shit.
Let you relegate that nigga back to like the 1980s boom bap rap, nigga.
That's how he raps.
Dope fiends everywhere.
If it ain't about nobody.
And niggas thought that shit was slam. Don't get me started on it. We're gonna get ran out. This bitch, my opinion, of that early boom bap rap.
But yeah, what I would like to do is I would this year on the show that we actually sit, but you can't just come in and try to freestyle this shit.
All right, I put thought into it.
It requires some work.
My biggest problem is going to be leaving the South. That's going to be my biggest problem. Leaving the South.
But you see, I don't think so. The hard part now, the fucked up part is when you go out west, a lot of groups don't necessarily exist.
I was thinking about that as I said that. I was like leaving the South, and I was like, if I do out west, how many albums does a Dog Pound have? I was like, fuck.
Yeah. But do you weigh the Dog Pound when they did their features or actually based on their albums? Like when you get to New York off the Dog Food and Let's Play House.
No. Yeah. Both of those. But like they came out with that one album, right? Like I don't know how many Dog Pounds they came out with.
But I see what you're saying, but that's my point. Like NWA only got 2 albums.
And considered to be one of the
greatest it's like
rap groups in gangster rap.
Well, they would be the penultimate greatest gangster rap group.
Oh, that's rough.
Next to Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
So, but then Ghetto Boys, they had 3 different iterations. You had the first iteration with Big Red. You had the second iteration with Willie D, Bushwick Bill, and Scarface. Then you had it with where it was just Willie D and Scarface and no Bushwick Bill. Then you had it with no Willie D, where it was Big Mike instead of Willie D. So I mean, you got four different versions of the same group. If you but when we identify and we think about the Ghetto Boys as far as classic shit, everybody identify that Ghetto Boy sound as that.
When you think about the Ghetto Boys, you think about the if it was gonna be a group, the alumni Ghetto Boys, Face, D, and Bushwick Bill.
And Bushwick Bill would be the mascot of that group. Yeah. So all the other iterations that don't include Bushwick is like, But then again, the iteration without Willie D, when if I never get Willie D telling the bitch I live by the sword, and that nigga not speaking the good King's English, you know what I'm saying? Like, hit the corner like nigga. The nigga say, hit the corner of Popeyes and Van Dyke quick. Oh, man, what the fuck is the corner of Popeyes? If it's going down, let's get this shit over with. Then I looked up, it was just like a fit. 3 Brian crippling crazy senior citizen. Man, what the fuck is this nigga talking about?
I got a group for the West Coast. Because it tripped me out. I don't know how many albums they did. Farside.
Cypress Hill. Farside only got 2 albums. And only 1 album actually crossed over.
They had such a fucking cultural impact, though. Yeah, you had to.
And the only group from the West that I can think of that meet the criteria, but they don't really. The multitude of hits will be Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill, yeah. The Click.
Not enough albums.
No, man. The Click had at least 3 albums.
You talking about with E40 and Sugar Free?
E40, Sugar T, Be Legit.
And his cousin.
Yeah, and his cousins. You can say his cousins.
Now E40 would be considered a legacy act, right? Like E40 has, compared to his music, to the amount of music he put out versus what actually popped outside of the West Coast, ain't looking good for 40 Water Jack.
Okay, but he's had some bangers. You look at, like, if I can get the Click in, they got a couple hits. They got
Sprinkle Me.
Yeah, Sprinkle Me. Hurricane.
But you can call it Slurricane.
I don't want to reach. They oh shit, yeah. Okay. You also had that Capt'n Save was on there. Captain Save a Ho was on one of their earlier albums. I'm just not sure about how many albums they had.
Captain Save a Ho wasn't even an E40 record.
What you mean?
Captain Save a Ho, I believe, is that a Scarface record?
No, we can go back and look at it when we done, because it was one of those things where like you.
Should I save?
Yeah, that's Captain.
No, I think that's UGK.
No, it's E40. Look up in the sky, it's a bird to play. What's that nigga name? Captain Save a Ho, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but like you can go to New York. You got Fat Boys.
The New York
Wu-Tang
was nothing but groups at one point. And can we speak candidly?
I'm here for
a lot of niggas was trash.
But a lot of them niggas was like
Run DMC.
Yeah. Beastie Boys.
Yeah, Beastie Boys was straight.
Mobb Deep. Oh,
it'll be fun. I like Quiet Storm. I like the shit. It'll be fun.
Survival of the fittest.
Wu-Tang Clan. You got them niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm deep, man.
Wu-Tang.
Huh?
I had made a list, to be honest
Oh,
with
you
you.
finna go through your list?
No, I ain't going
Okay,
through the list. I'm just
conversation.
giving up.
Here we go.
Houdini. Houdini was probably another outlier.
Oh, Houdini's a strong one. If we playing fucking musical group cards, you throw Houdini on the table, yeah, nigga, you finna take some books. That's a good one. Cause nigga, it's easy for niggas to not think about Houdini till you say the phrase Houdini.
Yeah, yeah. Then you say friends.
Big Mouth.
How many of us have them? Then niggas will say, "Oh man, that's only that one song." Oh, what about One Love? Classics. Classic. And again, I say it again. The Fat Boys were iconic.
I like them.
Yeah, you and me both. Then you go down to Florida, you had the Two Live Crew in there.
Gotta do 2 Live Crew. Shit,
Yeah.
I go so far.
Don't say Poison Clan.
No, I don't know nothing about all that. I don't know how many albums, because there was a while where like the rest of the world hadn't heard of that party music, the booty shaped music that Florida was putting out outside of Ghetto Boys. I mean, no, I'm sorry, outside of 2 Live Crew. But like 69 Boys / 95 South, I don't know if them niggas was a collaborative effort or if there's 2 different groups or what. But for a while,
Yeah, 2 different.
they ushered in this whole new sound, and they was known for that shit.
Well, you got to realize Luke gave way to like Rob Bass with
Yeah.
It Takes Two to
Yeah.
make them. And then they basically took Luke records and they start cutting on them to give it that New York sound, but it was booty shake.
Mm-hmm.
You had New Orleans do the same thing with bounce music. With DJ with the Do It Baby Stick It Baby, Do It Baby Stick It Baby.
Nigga there.
DJ Jubilee. Yeah. And you know, but you know, like I say, to me, once we develop the criteria, then it'll be easier to fill in the gaps. Because everybody that you think be like, man, that was a dope group, but they don't got enough work.
Oh my god!
Like, you know, you could say Nappy Roots. Man, Nappy Roots had 2 albums that was banging.
Nigga, the honorable mention category finna be through the roof, nigga.
Oh, I see. That's exactly what I thought about. That's exactly what I thought of. Like, shout out. That's why I said the Fugees earlier. Shout out to the Fugees, NWA. Yeah. Oh, Public Enemy was a great group too. Yeah, so, I mean the criteria it varies, man. But that's just something which for this year, the first few weeks of this year, I want to get that out. I want to start putting our feet, our hat in the ring for some of this shit to do some comparison to some of these niggas that just be talking.
That'll work. We can definitely do that.
And you know, of course, we got the top 10 things we're gonna be leaving in 2022 coming on.
I moved my leg. I accidentally kicked the desk.
But we're gonna have to figure out how we want.
That's how I moved my leg. I accidentally kicked the desk.
Hell, well, I see your cup getting empty, man. You want to take a break and go fill up?
Take a break and then come back and get into the things, man.
All right, bet that.
This is INMF.
I decide, not you. Now, you don't love me anymore, well, that breaks my heart, but it's still fucking bad, because you don't gotta love me. But you will respect me.
This is INMF.
I decide, not you. Now, you don't love me anymore, well, that breaks my heart, but it's still fucking bad, because you don't gotta love me. But you will respect me.
This is INMF.
All right, man. Back. So I was on the internet today on YouTube. I seen where the audio from the jailhouse conversation between Tory Lanez and one of the chicks involved in this case happened.
Oh, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Kelsey fine as the motherfucker. I just want to put that disclosure out. Kelsey got some big old titties.
Every time I seen it from the neck up. I honestly ain't pay attention to her body. Who finer to you, her or Megan?
I gotta go with Kelsey, nigga. Kelsey got them old ghetto thighs too, nigga. Yeah, man. Kelsey look like she real fun to lay next to, boy. Get you warm and all types of shit.
So without trying to like inject any personal opinion into the shit, the phone call was basically him apologizing. He was telling her how he was sorry, how he don't even really remember what happened. He was so drunk. He said, but he would have never acted like that if he wasn't drunk. If he wouldn't have been drunk.
So you sound like he was serving the day after a nigga served some sloppy dick. Hey, I gotta redeem my stroke. I was
I've been feeling under the weather.
on my ass, and
weather. You know what I'm
The
saying?
condom ain't slip off. I took that condom
I,
off.
I
I
was
took it
stressed
off.
out. You know what I'm saying? I was tired from work and I was
Yeah.
stressed out. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm gonna make it up to you though. I promise. I'm gonna get you next time.
Yeah. Like, I just wanted to feel the pussy. I ain't want to come.
It's if so. Here's the thing. If you thought that nigga was guilty, this nigga Tory was guilty, the phone conversation gonna confirm that shit. If you thought he was innocent,
Hold on. Can you give me a little detail on what was said throughout the
I'm
phone
trying to remember
conversation?
exactly what he said, but
You can give a
I mean, yeah.
summation of it.
So that was it. He said, so you know how y'all doing? I'm glad that y'all got out. And she was like, yeah, I mean, we good. Megan's still in the hospital. He was like, what hospital y'all at? And this him talking to Kelsey. And Kelsey was like, I don't know, Cedar something. I don't know. It's Cedar Sinai. Everybody know the famous, one of the most famous hospitals in fucking L.A. Anyway.
Yeah, that was Pac died.
No, he was in Vegas, remember? That's where Biggie died. But
Gotcha. My
but
apologies.
side note, a nigga that we know, boy pro, his brother is a doctor. And his brother works at the hospital where Tupac passed at in Las Vegas. It's great
Oh
shit.
wow.
Anyway, so yeah, he was like, "What hospital y'all?" She was like, "Cedar something." I don't know. He's like, "Okay." He was like, "So y'all okay? Y'all good?" He was like, "Well," she was like, "Well, Megan's still in there, but you know." And then he was like, then he started apologizing. He was just like, "Man, yeah, I'm so sorry about all that." You know, and Kelsey was kind of like, you know, she was like,
Okay.
yeah, that shit. He was like, that was one part close to the end of the conversation where he was like, yeah, I just wanted to once again say I'm sorry, and he was basically blaming it on alcohol, but he said, if I that ain't even how I rock. I normally don't do no shit like that. That's my first time doing some shit like that. I wouldn't have did no shit like that if I wasn't as drunk as I was. And she was like, "Oh, it's cool. Well, you take it easy, you know." And they got off the phone, right? So that to me sounded like it was a nigga confessing guilt, not guilt like I'm sorry I slept with your homegirl. Guilt like something happened recently, and I apologize for that shit happening. Some niggas are interpreting that shit as that. They interpreting it as, oh, he's apologizing for getting caught for sleeping with the homegirl or whatever. Which okay, and that's why I say, like, if you thought the nigga was guilty, this confirms it. If you thought he was innocent, you're gonna find a way to be like, no, this is what he's saying here. With that shit being said, though, one thing I've maintained to niggas is I believe that nigga's guilty. I believe that nigga did that shit because I know what type of nigga that nigga is. Now, I know what type of nigga that nigga is because I used to be that type of nigga.
Oh, he's a creep. Yeah.
Not even a creep. You short and you hot head. I'm 5'6", 5'7". I could fight, right? But if a nigga has a height advantage over you, he also more than likely has a reach advantage. I have exceptionally longer arms for my height, but if I'm going against a nigga 6'1", I'm gonna lose. He got enough reach to keep me at bay. I gotta be on it, right?
So you like
It
Wolverine?
was like, yeah, it was like that until I got that pistol. The problem. Are we being honest?
Bruh.
Like, for real.
So
Like, I could be on a nigga, right? But that pistol changed the game. You go from, all right, out of 5 fights, I'm good for 3. I probably lose 2. That's my record, right? 75%, 65%. Well, with that pistol, that percentage go from 65 to 95. Cause it nigga,
You make that shit sound like it's King Arthur sword or some shit,
that's
nigga.
what it is. That shit's like Excalibur, nigga. Like you pull that bitch out, nigga. Cause any nigga, you ain't seen a nigga get right till a nigga get right behind that eye. And what you do it that first time, that shit like a drug. You like, man, it is nobody in this world that can harm me. Cause I got the one thing.
So hold up. So you turned into Bishop
Yeah.
Juice?
Yes, nigga. Listen.
So you sitting back there drinking with niggas, looking at them. Nigga, I got more control over your life than you.
You start acting weird, nigga. Like you be like, if I wanted to, I could take every nigga in this motherfucking room. I could rob each one of you niggas, and nigga could do shit about it. Cause I got that thing on me, and I'll let this bitch go. I will let you have this motherfucker. But I'm not.
You bring out that boom bye bye and nobody go fled.
But it's a power play. That's why for a period of time, like when I got older, when I got mature, I couldn't have a firearm around me because it would that power would go straight to my head. You get that iron in your hand, you stop thinking about the future. You think about the next 10 seconds.
So you like John Wick with fire, man. Get this man a gun.
Say, man, hey. I remember one time I was at a stoplight. I pull up to the stoplight, and there was a dude sitting in the car with his chick. I'm in the avalanche, so I'm looking down at them. And they're kind of looking up at me, like I can kind of see them. And I'm sitting here eyeballing this man's wife. Could be his wife, girlfriend, significant other. Did not care. So I'm looking at her. I blow a little kiss, and he look over at me. He look over at me, you know what I'm saying, like he wanted to say something. I pulled that little 9 up at that window and laid it on the window while I'm looking at it and blew another kiss.
Someone's at the door.
Listen. Because the only reason I did that, acted that foolish.
Oh, hold up. It just not registered to me what the fuck you said. You had a gun in your hand, tapped on the window, and blew a nigga a kiss?
Yeah.
Well, you a cold piece, boy. You was a cold piece, boy.
Cause see, what I didn't realize then that I realize now, I pulled a firearm on that man. If he would have had one, he could have shot me in my face. Could have killed me. Because I threatened his life. You understand what I'm saying? He could have shot me in my face. Because I threatened his life because I'm trying to show off to his gal who I have no rights to whatsoever. I am completely wrong in this situation. 100%. Should have been left at that stoplight. Should have been left right there. But I knew by looking at his eyes, that was fear. I knew he wasn't gonna do nothing. That power, if you're not mature enough to handle it, goes right to your head. Back to the topic. Whenever this shit first was announced, it was like, hey, Tory. They said Tory shot at Megan Stallion, shot at her feet. I was like, yeah, he did that. If it's one thing I know, it's a hot head. I can tell. Yeah, he did that. Who you, what, 5'4"? Canadian? Oh, yeah, he did that. He did every bit of that. Yeah, he did that. Of course he did. Of course he did. Y'all can talk this shit out y'all walk. He did that. Because he wasn't thinking.
I'm at a loss for words,
because
bro.
He wasn't thinking about anything after that moment. It's always, all right, when you shooting, I done did the same shit. You fire close to that motherfucking head. You in your mind, you like, I'm not trying to kill this person. So I'm not going to kill this person. So that means anything that happens, I got control of the situation. I know I'm not trying to kill him. So he'll be all right. When he shot at her feet, He knew he wasn't shooting to hit her. He's busting. He's busting around her. What he's not taking into account is the shrapnel and shit that the bullet might hit. Anything. If I shoot at you, whether I'm playing or not, if I clearly shoot at a wall outside of your head, and I knock a piece of that brick off, and it hit you in the back of the head and cut your head, the police don't give a fuck about ricochet. I shot at you. I shot. It led to an injury. That's an assault. What the fuck it is? That's what the fuck it is. Right? So, with that shit, I knew he did that shit. I still feel like he did that shit. I heard him confess it or apologizing for doing the shit. But, like I said, you'll still have some motherfuckers that say, well, they don't know and it's reasonable doubt, yada, yada, yada. At the end of the day, that nigga can appeal as much as he want to. That shit ain't gonna happen. If he's smart, what he's gonna do is he'll go to the judge, confess, show remorse, try to get a lighter sentence. Because what's gonna happen, excuse me, what's gonna happen if he go there with that whole I'm innocent shit, when these crackers already feel he guilty, they finna give him 15.
Or he could just tell if he didn't do it.
That's always an option. He could just tell. He's not gonna tell on nobody. You know why? Ain't nobody to tell him. He could tell. He could tell. His time for telling was during the trial.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it tricky. Because, like, a judge will tell him, like, look, like, I hear what you're saying, how you saying Kelsey did this, but this isn't the trial to find out if you're guilty or not guilty. This is the trial to see how much time you're getting. So by you saying, I didn't do it, Kelsey did it, it's just telling us that you don't feel sorry for what you've been accused of doing, that you've been found.
So what you saying? The judge gonna be like, son, I'm not Jesus Christ, son. I don't know your heart. You've been found guilty in the court of law, and this is just a preliminary sentencing hearing. So it's been determined that you are going to jail.
That you are. I hope your appeal go through. Now, for your appeal to go through, you got 3 judges higher than the judge that already said you guilty. They all have to agree, like, yeah, we should give him another trial, or yeah, we should throw this shit out.
Well, he wasn't found guilty by a judge. He was found guilty by his peers.
Right. But in the judge's court, I'm sorry, I misspoke. But if there's a universe where he didn't do it, and anybody other than him shot at that girl, because you got some niggas saying he didn't shoot at all. You got some niggas saying they both shot. He shot up in the air. Kelsey shot her. You got some niggas saying that he apologizing because like shit's getting weird out there.
It's niggatry. It's pure. It's a calligraphy of niggatry.
If Kelsey really did shoot her, he should have took the stand.
I would have told him that bitch. Yeah, man, listen, fam.
Who is she? Like,
yeah, she got immunity, fam, so she's straight. Yeah, that bitch shot that hoe.
Listen, I want you to look me in my eyes. Even if she didn't have immunity, who is she to me? She's not my wife. She's barely a girlfriend. If it's something that I did, I feel some kind of way if she took the blame for it. I ain't going to even say that I might not let her take the blame. I will say that I 100% will feel a way about it. But if it's something that I know she did, you can call it what you want to. You can call it snitching. You can call it disloyalty. You can whatever. We would have solved this that night. The police, who shot? What happened to this young lady? She got shot. By who? Look, everybody was like, "We drunk. We don't remember. We don't know." Nah, nah.
Yeah, my shit would have turned into motherfucking Tupac and the Don Illuminati and the Don Illuminati there, nigga. For real. Only thing you would have been heard was Kelsey shot me. Hold on, rewind that. What is that?
Listen, man, like, I'm not. I'm not doing that. We would have never got to this point. The most I would have gave her, was I would have played, hey man, I'm drunk. I don't really remember. As soon as they put them cuffs on me, hey, Kelsey, hey, you
But
better
now
talk to these people.
let's put this in.
You better talk to these people, Kelsey. You better talk to these people.
Now, let's tie a bow on this shit. In comparison to the YSL case, you got people doing what Tory Lane should have did and be like, hey man, I don't know what happened per se, but I can tell you what I didn't do.
Right. Here's the problem.
Like, I'm not telling you that Kelsey shot the bitch. I'm just saying it was me and Kelsey in the car, and I didn't shoot.
That's the problem with the YSL shit. Like, we can even stop this other shit. The YSL shit is so completely fucked up because if that works if it's one nigga saying like, hey, all I know is y'all know that somebody got shot. You got the person that shot, you got the person that got shot, and you got two other people. I'm not gonna say who did what. I'm just gonna say that if it was three people in the car, I didn't shoot shit.
I can tell you what I didn't do. I can't tell you what happened.
Right. With the YSL shit, you got 4-5 different niggas saying what they didn't do. So it's kind of like a bumper car theory, where it's like, hey, I was there, I didn't pull the trigger. I was there, I didn't bring the gun. I was there, I didn't drive the car. So it's like,
yeah, well, you can use the alphabet. We can take the letters A through F, right? And we can say that F did it, right? F the one that shot that man. Well, F is the end result, A being the starting point. B being Gunner. Gunner says, it ain't me. So it ain't no A, B, C, it's A, C. C come out, hey, C ain't C shit. So it ain't C. So B and C, so it's A, no B, no C, D. So A, D. No, D said he ain't do nothing either. D out of there. A, B no, C no, D no. No, E wasn't even there. Oh, so that leaves between A and F. Who done it?
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much what's happening with Thug, man. Thug getting left out there on the bridge by his damn self. And, the problem becomes is when Thug get rammed up with all these charges, knowing he ain't do it half them shits, at that point, does Thug start to tell?
Oh.
Hey, bro, I ain't shoot Willie Johnson.
At what point? All right. At what point is it cool to not live by gang rules?
Me personally, I think it's all bullshit.
I mean, when I was young, when we were young, we were fed this facade that the world is full of stand-up gangsters. Gangster niggas doing gangster shit. You go to jail, nobody's telling. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, they don't have a case. Worst case scenario, you go to jail where you're surrounded by none of your friends, where you're surrounded by all your friends, and y'all just continue to do gangster shit in jail till you get out of jail, because these cases won't hold up. And then you get older and you realize none of that is true.
The system don't work like that. The system do not work like that. Somebody gonna get a big charge, and somebody gonna get a lesser charge.
Yeah.
So now what happens is that the big charge go to the person who should get the lesser charge. And he like, hey, bro, they talking about 25 to 50 when I should only be getting 3 to 5.
You absolutely right. The motherfucker be like, well, hey, a minute now. Hold on.
Yeah, well,
I shot
yeah.
guns. I wasn't committing no murders. I shot guns. It's like, wait a minute.
But see, here's the thing: the no snitching policy was created in slavery, so that master couldn't say who did what.
Mm,
You know, he knew if he beat every slave, the work wouldn't get done.
yeah.
So you can blend in and do what you got to do from that.
Okay.
The problem becomes on two sides of the coin is that you got degenerate motherfuckers who want to keep doing degenerate shit
Mm,
and wants you to be complicit in them doing degenerate shit. Like one thing I seen recently, if we in a car together and you bring a gun and you leave a gun in my car and I'm driving home and I get banged with the blicker, come to find out the blicker got 3 bodies on it and they trying to pin 3 bodies on me. So now I say to you, hey bro, you left something in my car and them people found it.
Hey, hold on. Do you say this from the jailhouse? Because you know they ain't let you out.
Oh nigga, I'm on the wire. Hey bro. Hey, thank you. This is a recorded outgoing call. Press 1 to continue. Hey bro. Hey. You know they found that gun, right? Now I ain't gonna say who gun it is, but we both know it ain't mine. The ballistics came back and it's a detective who questioned me about an hour ago and say it's 3 bodies on that gun.
Hey man, so they ran it right, and the ballistics came back. Let's just say it's some people that got some questions about whoever that gun belonged to. They got serious questions about 3 different situations. So I don't know what you need to do.
Hey, yeah, hey, bro. You know the game come on tonight, nigga. Something got to happen. The Bucks playing. What you gonna do? Hey, bro. Yeah, tomorrow 2-piece Tuesday at motherfucking churches, nigga. What? Hey, bro. So, hey, man. I don't want to sleep here tonight. So, at what point do it be like, hey, man, well, eventually they ain't gonna be up dependent on you because they can't prove location and time. So, they'll drop the charges eventually. How long that's gonna take?
Nigga,
Because
you got the gun.
Valentine's Day right around the corner, and I can't be, I kind of want to be with my bitch.
Wait a minute. Eventually, bruh. I, I don't know if you watched the news the other day, but my bond is $1.5 million. I've never seen $1 million in my life. My bond is $1.5 million.
Yeah.
They want to make sure I don't get out on the streets because to them, I'm a fucking psychopath.
Nigga, I'm a killer. This nigga's in here reading my paperwork, motherfucking bending the knee. Dude, something ain't right. No. Hell no. Now, at what point, how long should you expect a person to sit on some shit we all know they didn't do?
I don't know. I don't know. For the person doing the sitting, I say you got 24 hours.
You quick with it, huh? You like, man, we ain't even nothing to talk about, man. You shouldn't have done that shit.
I feel like 24 hours. You don't either have enough time to make peace with your mama now, or make your way out of state. Cause
so you telling within the next, hey bro, I'm gonna sleep on it, and in the morning, depending on how I feel, I'm gonna tell them people what the truth is. So
this is what we will do. I'm gonna go to sleep. When I wake up next morning, somebody will come see me. Now, if they come see me and say, "Hey, you free to go?" That is what it is. I'm gonna get my shit. I'm gonna roll out. And if they come say, "Hey, a detective want to talk to you," we go talk. It is what it is. But either way, somebody coming to see me tomorrow, and we're gonna have a conversation. I can let you determine how that conversation will go, or we can let the hands of fate determine how that conversation will go. And I know what you're thinking. Well, maybe I could just shut the fuck up, take this to trial. I should beat the case because we both know I actually am innocent. All my lawyers got to do is be able to prove that innocence. But let's be honest. My lawyer is going to be the lawyer that defended a lot of guilty niggas that swore up and down they innocent. So it's not like he's finna show me any other. And it's not like he's going to look at me any fucking difference. Right? On top of that, if he is able to prove my innocence, we're good. But if he ain't, now I'm facing penitentiary time for something. Possibly the death penalty. But at least penitentiary time for some shit that we both know I didn't do. Now we start going to courts and shit. Eventually.
Yeah, once them people get in my business and I got to call my job and tell them I ain't coming tomorrow, you know I had a good job too, right? You know that, right?
Well, you get 48 hours.
Yeah. So is it snitching or is it just hey man, you think that's snitching?
I feel like this. I feel like it's snitching if he was in that lifestyle.
My perspective has always been right. If we go and we intended and we endeavor to do something together, like we finna do a drive-by. We both have agreed to do a drive-by. So then we stand on business, right? But if you doing some shit, if I come pick you up to come drop you off at your mama house and you be like, hey man, hit the corners on Popeyes and Van Dyke quick. And you just start dumping out the window as we getting a 3-piece spicy, like, bruh. Nigga, I'm gonna turn into a Kermit meme, nigga. Nigga, I'm just gonna be sitting.
Nigga said drive. No, nigga. What you doing? Hey, nigga, you all right? No, nigga, I am scared. Why did you just shoot at all those people in my car?
Hello. Yeah, that part.
The niggas, y'all get arrested, nigga. They show the fucking stoplight footage, nigga.
What's in the camera from motherfucking 1,300 yards away looking into the car, see my black ass.
That's how they. You know your target didn't make it. My target. You know your buddy's in there saying that it was you. He's throwing everything on you. Is he?
So now, if I be like, hey man, I ain't had nothing to do with that shit. That nigga was wilding the fuck out. Listen, he did that shit. Whatever y'all say he done, he did it. On his own volition. I would have told the nigga no, but I ain't know what he was doing.
He did everything. He did it all. He did everything.
Yeah.
Nigga, I love when niggas use that wildlife metaphor. They be like, look, you ever see that wildlife movie? You see the lion chasing the gazelle and all the other gazelles just kind of stand by watching. That's what I felt like. I felt like I was watching the lion.
Hell no.
Nigga, I done seen it time and time again. I felt like I was watching the lion chase the gazelle. Couldn't do that. You want to help, but you know you can't.
Nick. Like, think about that shit. Like, and this shit happens now. So now, would I be at what point do I be like, hey, bro, you know I ain't that one to get down. You need to tell them people what happened.
Say, man. It'd be bad, like when you pulled over with a nigga, and like ain't nobody say, ain't nobody saying shit. Like, well, you know, you know, motherfucker cop get happy when they find that gun. Jackpot. They pull that motherfucker up, pull that gun up. Jackpot. Who's this? Look at man. Whose gun is it? Look, man. I'm not gonna tell y'all how to do y'all job. I'm gonna say this. I don't know who gun that is, but I heard y'all run our records. Look at that information again. One of us got a couple speed tickets. The other one got a rap sheet long as the freeway.
It ain't hard to tell what happened here. It ain't hard to tell.
Oh my god!
This bigger than the Capt'n. This bigger than the Capt'n. That light skinned motherfucker over there, that's who runs CMB.
Oh my god!
These are facts. So when I say that the line between snitching and requesting and the expectation of somebody to do some honorable shit and be like, I did it, man. I fucked up. But see, the culture is so fucking to be so degenerate. It's supposed to be honorable to let a motherfucker take you down with him.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a time where that shit made sense to me. Where I was that nigga, like I say, I was in a dark spot. There was a point where I was like, you know what? If I didn't do it, shit. Reasonable doubt got me. I'm good. So what, nigga? Worst case scenario, nigga spend a little bit of time in jail, nigga get out, nigga post that bail, nigga be right back at work, nigga. Get a good lawyer, go to my court date. I'm innocent. I'll tell him how I'm really innocent. Tell him exactly who did what. But this is my lawyer. He ain't finna snitch on you. It's just his job to take me out of the scene. He'll be able to do that. Then we'll fight the case. But as you start to get older, you be like, what if he fuck up?
Nigga, let me tell you. I spent the grand total of about 60 days in jail, right? The first time I went in there, I did 28 days, right? Nigga, that shit is awful. That shit is awful, nigga. Like awful. Like you literally the room is about as big as a motherfucking minivan.
Hell no.
So literally, nigga, when you take a shit, it's a motherfucker head right next to the toilet. Nigga, it ain't no TVs in the county. Well, no TVs in your room, and I can't go to sleep without no TV on, man.
Everything. You were like, man, look.
Nigga.
I don't know why do it sound like niggas in here fucking, but I hope it ain't niggas in here fucking.
Oh, it was niggas in there fucking. It was niggas in there fucking. I was in there with two motherfucking punks, nigga. It's motherfucking we on rec time. You get 3 times out the motherfucking bunk, right? You go in, you eat breakfast, you go back in, they let you out for rec. I think probably about 2 o'clock, right? 2 o'clock, you can go out there, you can go gamble, you can play cards, you can play Monopoly, whatever the fuck you do. You get probably about 30 minutes to an hour, right? Depending on how a bitch feels. And you got to wait an hour, and they start to set up lunch, right? You do lunch. After lunch, you come back out. You go into your cell for about an hour or 2 nap time, and then you get your nighttime rec time, right? Which is like from 7 to 9 or 6 to 8, one or the other. And that's when you go out there and you do all that shit, right? So basically, around lunchtime and shit like that, it was, and there's roughly in a pod, and at the time in the county of Falkenberg, in the pod, it's like 3 showers per pod, right? Oh no, it's 4 showers per pod. You got 2 downstairs to the left and to the right, upstairs to the left and to the right. So we sitting down, I'm out there, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting skint. Like I love to gamble, I
Yeah.
just ain't never been good at it. So I'm getting skint. Like niggas like, man, yeah, man, you know, we gonna go ahead and get that snack from you for the next few days, right? I'm like never get that shit to him.
Mm-hmm.
But we gonna get that snack the next few days. I'm like, fuck. So then next thing all I hear, you nasty motherfuckers. A nigga went up to go take a shower and the punks was in that bitch fucking. Then next thing you know, you see the punks running out and shit. And like I should have known they was punk because I'm like, man, we in the county. How this nigga got fresh box braids? Yeah, so yeah, they fuck in the county too. They be fucking in there too. Now raping is a different story. I ain't never seen nobody get raped. Yeah, and you know, and the fucked up thing about the county, even the serial killers, it was a dude that had cut a bitch head off and put it on top of a car, and he was locked up with us. Yeah, that shit was wild. He was locked up with us and shit too. And like it was fucked up because they say that the nigga was trying to catch an insanity plea. So the nigga was in the county and you know he was being observed and shit like that. But if we didn't know if he was playing crazy or if he was actually crazy. Cause like the nigga literally would walk around with a fucking headset on and just stand and just stare. And so, nigga, we be outside playing basketball, and you look up out the window on some Mike Myers shit, and this a nigga just sitting there. Like, even though the ball going up and down the court, this nigga eyes is shit, man. So yeah, county fucked up, dog. I could have if I would have had to do a year in that bitch. Couldn't have did it. Couldn't have did it. Couldn't have did it. Not even gonna hold you. Couldn't have did it. Can't do it. When I was younger, I could have gave them folks some time. Now that I'm older, I can't give them folks nothing. Yeah, I can't give them nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, so I guess it's snitching if you still play by those rules. I don't play by those rules anymore, and I'm not about to.
I think after 25, you wake up and be like, "This is stupid."
Right. Like, it's stupid.
Like, nigga, you mean to tell me I gotta do time with you? Why you can't do it by yourself? Yeah, well, you know. And the great words of Devin the Dude, to each his own. Yeah, but yeah, man, shit. I'm about tired as the motherfucker though. only drunk a half a cup of this liquor, man. And I know as soon as I get up off this bitch, I'm gonna want to chill for a minute. I'm trying to find me something to watch tonight. Any movie recommendations, man? Besides Black Adam or Adam of the Black?
Adam of the Blacks. What was I watching? It was something on Netflix. Have you watched that latest Witcher?
I caught it was kind of slow.
The Blood God or some shit like that. What was I gonna watch? I can't think of the name of this damn movie. It'll come to me later. I'll text it to you. It'll come to me while I be doing some other shit. But that's what I was watching. I was watching that. I like to watch like true crime, not dramas, true crime shows like Dateline and shit. I'm probably gonna go get on the couch and watch some Dateline.
You be watching Dateline nowadays? That shit ain't the same.
Hell yeah. It'd be Dateline. It'd be like it'd be like Dateline. Like I don't know. Basically, it's white people killing white people. It's always a dude who all he had to do was get his divorce, but instead he was like, I can't give her half. He murdered her so he can go be with his secretary. And he was like, they'll never guess it's me. Like, didn't nobody else want to kill Sharon but you, dog? Like, didn't nobody else care about killing your wife? Why did you not think this out?
I hated her. I hated her. I used to watch that and 2020. 2020 used to be my shit.
2020, good.
Yeah, John Stossel report was dope.
Ooh, Lord, I'm getting old. I can't remember how late I stayed up last night. Me and the dog stayed up late watching TV, watching Dateline.
Oh, nigga, I stayed up till like 6 in the morning. Jack and had to be to work at 8.
I don't know why you did it to yourself. You got work tomorrow?
No, I'm off till Tuesday. I'm probably gonna hop on the game in a minute.
Some liquor store will be open tomorrow.
Yeah, it's New Year, nigga. They were open for Christmas. They down sharp for New Year.
I think around here, I could have swore the store said it was closed. I think it was closed New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I know they had a picture of a liquor store over in North Dallas. It was a line wrapped around the store on the outside of the store. So I'm almost certain they might be closed tomorrow. And everybody trying to stock up. I don't see. Worst case scenario, I got enough to last me for a little bit, so I had to thug it out. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got tomorrow. I got to run down there to that Columbus. It's my cousin's birthday,
Okay.
so I'm gonna be out there, go kick it with my mama and shit. Eat, drink. Probably gonna stay the night at my mama's house tomorrow night. To be honest with you.
That'll work, man.
Yeah, and just bring in the New Year round now, fucked up, and try to get me some of that good old country coochie out there. See if I can catch a straggler.
Right. Somebody at home and down on their luck.
Yeah. Old chunky girl who ain't got no man. You know what I'm saying? She's cute enough to hit, but ain't cute enough to be with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you look so handsome. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. You ain't too bad yourself. Yeah.
It's cute. Look at the tooth in the front and butt teeth. Your teeth always been like that. Well, no, it's cute. It's cute. I like that. No, it's cute. It's cute.
Oh, I thought, nigga, I'm about to say, nigga, you just got weird, nigga. Yeah, this was a chip tooth for a minute, so yeah. Yeah, that's a crown, nigga. Yeah, that shit, I got a good dentist, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I just got like a flash vision. Like, I just got a flash vision of all the women that I've entertained. Like, all of them smiling, but I could only see like their teeth. It's just different teeth, like a highlight reel. That was weird.
Yeah, I can't deal with no fucked up teeth on a woman, Jack. Like, that's one of the.
Don't be like that. Don't be judged like that. It happens.
Oh man, I'm like that, man. A bitch got to look a certain way for me to do it, man. Now maybe my standards may have fallen within the last 2 years. I may have tweaked them a little bit to be a little bit more realistic, but other than that, a bitch had to be fine to me. To me.
Nah.
Yeah, and bad teeth was.
Nah.
Yeah, bad teeth and weird smells. I can't stand a bitch that smell weird.
I don't like weird smells. Like, if I can't identify the smell, that's what make it weird. If I can identify the smell, it'll be a little bit passable. Like.
You ever had a bitch smell like perfume and house scent?
Mm-hmm.
Like where she smelled like somebody's house and the house ain't like there was a wet carpet in there and nobody dried it up. And it just sat for a few days, so now all the clothes smell like wet carpet.
That chick smell like jail, which is like it smell kind of like meat. Like why you smell like ham? Like
yeah, you smell like an open wound, bitch. Like bitch, you sound like you got a laceration somewhere. Oh, for real. Like you smell like stitches.
You shut the fuck up.
I'm serious, dude. You get what a bitch smell like, bitch. Your pH level on the basic side of the game, ho.
That's how I go, man.
And you got a bitch smell like old lemon juice, like ugh.
All right, man.
But yeah, man, let's go and get up out here, man.
All right, I won't fuck with you.
All right, now remember, man, you be
All
good,
right,
brother.
you too, Cap. Well, ringing the new
Yeah.
year, man. We'll come back this time next year.
Yes, indeed, with some more.
Hey, boy, take it easy.
It's tweaks and changes on the horizon, though, man.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
I do. I have spoken to a few people about you kind of tweak my interest about having some guests.
Okay.
So we're gonna bring. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot to pop off in
Well,
2023,
shit,
man.
we'll get a rocket there, man.
All right,
All
then, nigga. Enjoy your eating, man. I fucks
right,
with
boy,
you.
you take it easy.
Yes, Capt'n out.